First of all, let me define myself that I am, of Catholic heritage, graduate of Catholic schools and college. I have been a teacher in Catholic schools, and I've been a Christian since I was 7 years old. I have never been a practicing witch, but I've studied plenty of Celtic history and insular culture. I don't call it pagan, I call it insular. The proper word is insular because BC cultures were based on ethnic groups, and many were monotheists and believed in a supreme being. So I don't define them all as pagan. I define the Romans as pagan. They were one of the predominant pagan cultures on the planet. But BC, you had Judaism, you had Muslims and Islam. These are all monotheist cultures. And in Ireland, Wales, and Britain, you had the Druids, which were monotheists. And in Germanic tribes, there was a form of Druidism as well. So I never really described them as pagan cultures, but that's my background. And I've released a lot of videos. I'm writing a book. I've done a thesis on several of these topics, which really angers the witches and the neopagans because they believe they're following a pre-Christian religion of polytheism, of love and peace and paganism. But I told them it's not true. There really wasn't a predominant goddess in Native American or Celtic religion. The goddesses of the Celts were rated as third rate because the patriarch of that society wanted a male god. And if you look at their lineage records, they're all men, except for the mention of the queens. But I don't want to tarry there. I want to talk about the idolatry in my message, and I've really felt it on my heart that I have to warn you what idolatry can do to you. God is everywhere. God is all things to all men. Christ was defined as that. Lou was defined as that. The sun is defined as that because life cannot exist without the sun. It's even scientifically rooted in your consciousness, in your being. God is in you everywhere. Idolatry is localized. Evil can only exist in one place at one time. Studies of Satan and the evilness that abounds in the world is localized. It's not everywhere. Because the original evil spirit that rebelled from God was a localized spirit. And it can only attract others by permission. It cannot reign dominion over the earth at this point. So when you have an idol, a stone, a pagan belief, whatever, you're basically giving the demon, the poltergeist, the evil entity, permission to attach to you. Now, I watch a lot of Ghost Hunter TV, and I enjoy the scientific approach to this. These things are real. They've been filmed. They're shadow beings. They're tormentors. They harass. And you're in danger of getting that in your life. And you may have it in your life right now, but you just don't even know it. Now, there's two people on YouTube who are extremely dangerous. Companionable Ills and Blue Fire Witch. As they say, Satan is clever. Companionable Ills, thinks up a clever way to mock religion every friggin' day and integrate it at the same time. I have to hand her credit that she is a highly educated woman, but she's extremely confused and misguided. And I just recently saw her mocking some Islamic dancing, which is fun. I mean, religion can take jokes. There's nothing wrong with a religious joke. But at the same time, I see her doing serious philosophy videos, trying to combine Islam and Hinduism and Christianity in a serious way. That's idolatry too, people. To try to blend Christ's words with a religion like Islam is a form of idolatry. I'm just talking, you could have verbal idolatry as well as a physical object idolatry. Now, Blue Fire Witch, she is far more overt. She's just a rampaging demonic person. We've seen terrible behavior come out of her channels, terrible, insolent, behavior, and hey, but there's still hope. I mean, she could be saved. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are laughing your heads off at me, but I've been pretty quiet about my own beliefs. But then once I finished a lot of my Celtic studies, it just dawned on me that I'm gonna have to say something because part of the idolatry thing is they can't see the blindness. They don't understand what they're into, and it's not just the neopagans. It's a lot of Catholics, a lot of Protestants are idolaters, and they're all the same in God's eyes. They've all lost the way, and I'm collecting ministry videos from people who think like me. That there's one video I have on Faith. Christians have destroyed Christianity. So if you're mad that God is portrayed as a domineering male in Christianity, don't blame God. I mean, yeah, they've made it sexist, but does it really matter if God is male or female? No. So you don't really need to revamp God as a female to get back at the phallic culture of the patriarchs, because what matters is the message. If you're pulled over by a cop and given a speeding ticket by a female police officer, you know that ticket contains as much power as if a male cop gave it to you, because our society has evolved. We no longer need to have male messengers, but at the time of Christ had to appear as a man. But honestly, I doubt that he has a gender. And he does. I don't know why it's written that way, or what the relationships between gender and religion really are. And I feel that it's really not important. If people focus on that and wear a burqa because they're female, or wear a nun habit because they're female, I think it's just part of the idolatry of the diversion. They don't get the real message that God is everywhere, God is all things to all men, God is omnipotent. Idolatry is localized. Evil is in one place at one time. Evil gets invited in. That's just how it's set up. And evil will harm you, because there is a rule that if you invite evil in idolatry, it will harm you. It will not befriend you. It will consume you.